Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We got ourselves another Phillies game this afternoon. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Sorry about the delay. We're trying to get the game on. It is not on cable today, so I'm getting on to MLB TV. So that's why we are in a little bit of a delay right now. Also, I have to get this scoreboard up and running over here on the window capture, which I'm going to do right now. So again, hopefully you're all doing well. Thank you all so much for being on here, and thank you for your patience as well. Hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. So the Phillies are taking on the Washington Nationals today. The Phillies will actually have Taijuan Walker out there on the mound as we get the feed up right now. All right, so let's log in. Let's do this, okay? And just bear with me for 1 second. I literally thought that I just logged in yesterday. But I guess not. But yes, let me know what your final score predictions are down below. And tell me how you guys feel about this game. There's already a runner on over at second. So Taijuan Walker did just give up a double. It's a 1-2 count, by the way. But we're going to call the game, and we're going to get the live score up and running in just a few seconds. Just give me a little bit of patience. During the season, this stuff is definitely not going to happen. So it'll be up and running beforehand. And we are also going to be doing pregame shows during the season as well. So that'll be really cool. And we'll be able to get the experience that way. Okay. So, yes. All right. Let's make sure that we get the game up and going. Okay. Let's go to watch. See if it works this way. There we go. Okay. So there's a runner on over at third base. The game is actually on MLB.com today. 1 out, and here's the pitch. That's to Dalen Lyle, and that's swung on and missed for strike one. So the count is 0-1. Because we are not watching this on cable, we might be a little bit behind compared to what the graphics say, as the next pitch is taken down in the dirt for a ball. And so the count is now 1-1. All right, so I would like to see if I can actually get this up on the whatchamacallit, on the iPad. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch, and that's outside for ball 2. So Taijuan Walker is on the mound. The National starting lineup, they have Nunez as the leadoff hitter. He's over at third. And then you got James Wood, who's out in right field. Dalen Lyle is up to bat right now. The count is 2-1. Brady House is over at third base. He'll be batting fourth. Robert Hassel, the third, is batting fifth. Adaris Chaparro is going to be over at first base, batting sixth. Seventh is Riley Adams. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, a runner on at third. And the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? Third base umpire says no, he did not. And so the count is now 3-2. And then to wrap up the rest of the lineup, it'll be Seaver King, who was batting in the 8th spot. And in the 9th spot, it will be Caleb Lomavita. So that is the lineup today for the Nationals. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch, and Taijuan Walker goes with a splitter. It's swung on and missed. And Lyle is down on strikes, and there's 2 gone. There we go. Nice play there for the Philadelphia Phillies. And again, we're going to get the box scores up and running too, so just bear with me on that. There's 2 away. We'll get to the Phillies starting lineup in just a little bit. Brady House is now up to bat. Let's put this over here and see if this works. Nope. 1 ball, no strikes to Brady House. Walker with 14 pitches already. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Another nice slider that he goes to right there. And the count is now 1-1. There we go. That is better for this. So that's good. 1 ball, 1 strike. After this, we are going to take a little step off just to double check everything. This is the Nationals lineup right here. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Runner on still over at third base. Walker kicks, fires. And 2-1 offering is a slider at 80 miles per hour, but it misses just a hair downstairs for ball 3. House in the box, batting so far .333 during spring training. 3-1 pitch. He gets on top of a breaking ball, and the throw over from third base is not going to be dug out by the first baseman Harper, and that's going to bring home a run. Tough play over at third base for the Philadelphia Phillies. That was Moore who was over at third base. He tried to barehand it. Dylan Moore almost made a ridiculous play over at third. Let's look again at the replay. Barehanded it and just threw it over to first, and Harper just could not make the catch. It actually bounced off of his glove, and then it hit the bag. So it's a 1-0 game so far. And the Nationals are on the board. Up in the box is Robert Hassel III, and he takes a curveball that's on the outside corner for strike 1. And the count is 0-1. Final score predictions. What's going on, chat? I want to make sure that I say hello to everybody here. Everything else is Washington. David, thanks so much for being on here. I really appreciate it, man. The ball is 1 strike. Sorry about the slow start. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and this ball is lifted out over to right field, and there's a sliding catch made out in right field for the Philadelphia Phillies. That was Brian De La Cruz able to track it down, and the inning is over. The Nationals do, however, take a 1-0 lead. Nice play there, and so we'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, here we go. All right, so, oh man, Renault, thanks again for the super chat. Just showing love and support. Have a great stream, man. I appreciate you with the membership and with the super chat. This is great. All right, no balls, one strike. Trey Turner is in the box. All right, so it's Turner, Stott, Harper, De La Cruz, Stubbs, Moore, Rojas, Nori, and Hediger in the lineup today for the Phillies. Trey Turner did not start yesterday. No balls, two strikes. The guy that's on the mound, that is Jake Eder, who's 27 years old from Bonington Beach, Florida. No balls, two strikes. The pitch to Turner, and that is just outside for ball one. Is this on TV, says Catherine? It is. If you have MLB.TV, it is on MLB.TV. It's on the Nationals, or it's on MLB.com, excuse me. One ball, two strikes. The pitch to Turner. This ball's grounded over towards the shortstop, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. And there is out number one. All right, so we'll put this over here, and we'll put this over here. Nice. Wish that there was an easier way for us to do this, but unfortunately, there is not. So it got off to a little bit of a rough start, but we are good to go. All right, Bryson Stott is in the box. One away, bottom of the first. Phillies down 1-0, and Stott stares at a pitch that's in the zone on the outside corner for strike one. Bryson also did not play in yesterday's game. Brandon Marsh still dealing with that hand injury, so he's not in the lineup. By the way, my guy is on here. That's District Nation. Make sure that you guys go follow him. He does an awesome job with the Nationals coverage. He also does the Rangers as well, and sorry, the Mavericks and the Commanders, I should say. No balls, two strikes. Don't know why I said the Rangers. I was thinking of the New York Rangers, not the Texas Rangers. No balls, two strikes. Eder comes set, and the 0-2 pitch. That is down and in for a ball. So Turner grounded out over to short, and Stott is in the box. Walker gave up the run. It was an RBI infield single by Brady House. 1-2 pitch. That's outside, and that is taken for ball two. Okay, let's put this back up. And we can put this over here. Nice. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. And the pitch to Stott. That's in the dirt and taken for ball 3. A little bit more about Eder in just a few seconds. So we get this up and going. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stott so far batting .500 in spring training. Working up the count here. 3-2 pitch to Stott. And he flies this one out over towards left field. And that is going back towards the track. And it is gone. And Stott goes the opposite way and ties it up 1-1. Looks like he got a hanger right down the middle. Don't necessarily see Stott go the opposite way a lot, but for him, that is impressive. And the Phillies tie it up 1-1. There you go, Stotter. Love that swing that he provided there. It didn't even look like it was a full swing. But he got it. He got a hold of it. And the Phillies tie it back at 1 apiece. There we go. Ronald, thanks again for the super chat and for the membership as well. I need them to start off strong this year. I agree with that. No balls, 1 strike. And here is Bryce Harper, who is up at the plate for the Phillies. He has a Fanatic elbow guard, a green Fanatic elbow guard with his red wristband as well. No balls, 1 strike. And Harper will lay off on the slider. And so the count is now 1-1. Folks, we are now 11 subscribers away from getting to the 8,300 marker. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, it's free. The pitch to Bryce, and there's a swing and a miss. Eder goes back to the fastball. Harper couldn't catch up to it. Eder is 6 feet 4 inches tall, 27 years old, and 225 pounds. The 1-2 delivery to Bryce. And that's another breaking ball in the dirt for ball 2. Mystic Exploit is also here. What's going on, my friend? And by the way, I don't think I mentioned this either, but Pure Adrenaline Sports was just here not too long ago. Make sure that you guys go subscribe to him for all the Mets coverage. Does an awesome job. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, here it comes. And that's outside and taken for ball 3. Another 4-seamer. And so back-to-back full counts for the Philadelphia Phillies. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The payoff pitch to Bryce Harper, and that's up high and away for ball 4. And Harper gets on with a 1-out walk. So far, Eder in a little bit of a pickle. There's a 4.9. He had a 4.91 ERA last year when he played for the Nationals. His last outing didn't do so well against the Mets. His last outing was July 23rd. He did play the Phillies once last year, too. That was on July 18th. And he gave up 3 earned runs in 3 innings of work, including a homer and 3 walks. And the homer was to Kyle Schwarber. The ball is 1 strike. Robert, thank you so much for the sub. And Toxics, thank you for the sub as well. Here's Brian De La Cruz, former Brave, up to bat. Also spent a lot of time with the Marlins. And the count is even at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the first. Phillies were down 1-0, and then Bryson Stott tied it back on a solo home run. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that is a foul ball. How do I take the captions off? There we go. One ball, 2 strikes, and 1 gone here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's try that one to this. That's better. 1-2 is the count. The next pitch to De La Cruz. There's a ground ball hit over towards second base. The tag to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. And that is a 4-3 double play to end the inning. We're going to go to the top of the second. Bryson Stott does tie it back on a solo jack out to left field. And so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few moments. And this will be our last break for a little bit of time. I think we are settled. I think that we are good to go. Nice. Very, very cool. All right, so now I just got to get my scoreboard, or my scorecard, I should say, up and running, and that's what we'll do right now. Again, folks, if you are new to the channel, hello, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We got the Phillies taking on the Nationals this afternoon. Later tonight, we also are doing the Sixers game. We got Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, and Eagles football that we cover on this channel. We're in the top of the second, by the way. Andres Chaparro is up in the box. 1 ball, no strikes. Taijuan Walker on the hill. Just threw a slider. Walker going at least 2 innings today. And the 1-0 pitch is a curveball that's inside for ball 2. 10 more subs till we get to the 8,300 marker. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style on this channel, but we also love it. And I truly mean this. We love it when you guys talk on here and we engage in conversation. 2 balls, no strikes. And the next pitch is fouled back over towards the first base side and out of play. Walker pitching against the Nationals. Garrett Stubbs is the catcher behind the plate tonight for the Phillies. This afternoon, I should say. We will also be doing World Baseball Classic on this channel, too, and March Madness. Very excited about that. 1 away, top of the second. And so, Adams is up, and the pitch is outside. Sorry about that. So I guess that the batter found out. Not really a good camera angle that they showed, but Stubbs made the catch. And so it's 1 ball, no strikes. This is on MLB.com, so camera work isn't as good. Not throwing any shots at anybody. 2-0 pitch. That's a foul ball. It's just not NBC Sports coverage. Very blessed, though, that the game is being aired, though. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the second. 26 pitches for Taijuan Walker. And there's another curveball that's thrown, and Adams certainly did go around, and the count is now 2-2. Make sure you guys ask me questions down below in the chat. I always love it when you guys ask questions, and we can talk more about baseball. We can talk about the Olympics. We can talk about whatever it is that's on your mind. Walker will get the signs from Garrett Stubbs. And the 2-2 pitch. This ball's flied out over towards right field. It'll stay in the yard. De La Cruz doesn't even have to move, and he'll be there to make the catch. And there's 2 gone in the top of the second inning. I can't wait for Team USA to win the World Baseball Classic, says Colton. And you know what? I'm so excited for World Baseball Classic. That's going to be a lot of fun to cover. Team Japan looks really good. The Dominican Republic looks really good, too. I still got to print out all the rosters and make sure that I have the pronunciation guides and all that sort of stuff. I still got to do my homework on that. But I'm excited. The pitch. And King is going to slice this one out to left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit out over towards left field. So Seaver King able to get on, the 22-year-old from Athens, Georgia. And he slices a single out to left field. So there's a 2-out single by him, and the caboose is up, and that's Loma Vida, who's batting in the 9th spot this afternoon. The toss back over to first, and the throw is in time. Taijuan Walker with a very quick pickoff move, and he gets all smiles from Bryce Harper. Tell you what, Taijuan Walker still has that pickoff move in him, and we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning. So it was the runner over at first base, King, who just got caught off guard, and Walker able to catch him and tag him out is Bryce Harper. It was a terrible call there, but whatever. That was great. DR looks great. Yeah, the Dominican Republic, yeah, they do. Yeah. And Canada? Yeah, how about Albert Pujols, man? Albert Pujols coaching Dominican Republic. That's going to be cool. Aaron Nola's on Team Italy. I saw that. That's pretty sick. And Nola, I think, gets the start tomorrow. I do want you guys to pencil in on your calendars that on Sunday, it's a big day for Phillies spring training. And the reason why is because Andrew Painter is making his Phillies spring training debut. So that is going to be one to really watch out for Sunday, and the game is on TV, thank goodness, because how could they not have Andrew Painter pitching on TV, you know? So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that. Andrew Painter is going to be making his Phillies debut for the 2026 season on Sunday. So just wanted to make sure that I did put that out there for you guys. Heard about it yesterday. And just wanted to throw that out there. It's a 1-1 game as we are in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Garrett Stubbs to lead things off for the Phillies. Stubbs is batting 5th. Then you got Moore 6th. And then 7th in the lineup is Rojas. Eder still pitching through 20 pitches in the first. And Stubbs in the box. Red batting gloves. Looks like he has a little bit of a different stance. First pitch that he looks at is a 93-mile-per-hour fastball that's in the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Eder gets the signs, kicks, delivers, and throws a sweeper that's in the dirt. And so the count is now 1-1. Who do you think is going to be the backup catcher this year? Is it Stubbs or Marchand? Let me know. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch is high for ball 2. Who is the backup catcher for the Phillies this year? Who should make the opening day roster as the backup catcher for the Phillies? 2-1 pitch. That's another foul ball. I guess that's something that they're going to be looking for as spring training goes on, too. I give it to Marchand, though. Eric says Marchand. Yeah, I would give it to him, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Can't wait for Eduardo Taijuan to come up. The pitch to Stubbs. There's a ground ball back up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throws it over to first, and that's in time for out number 1. Excellent play there. They shifted him perfectly. And up to bat now will be Moore for the Phillies. Playing over at third. It's Dylan Moore. Why would you go with Marchand, just out of curiosity? Why would you say that Marchand should be the backup on opening day? Moore in the box. 1 out. And he chops the first pitch that he sees foul. That was a slider that he got there. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. And he swung on and missed at that. Took a hack at the slider. Eder comes set. And the next pitch on the way. Previous pitch was a ball, and that was swung on and missed. So it's now 1-2. But the umpire said that he went. A better bat. There we go. Love Stubbs. The 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive hit down the left field line, and that is a foul ball. Moore's going to go back over to the plate. Keystone with the $10 super chat. Appreciate your work and dedication to Philly sports. I got you, man. Thank you so much. We do the Phillies, we do the Sixers, and we do the Eagles on this channel. So again, more of like an old school radio play-by-play style. All I ask is just to spread the word. We also do a lot of baseball content on here too. In March, we have the World Baseball Classic that we'll be calling. We will also be doing March Madness, which I'm very excited about. Plus Sixers basketball, and of course Phillies spring training on top of that. It's going to be a busy March. 1-2 on the way, and that just misses down for ball 2. They don't have a pitch tracks on here. Thought it looked like it was at the knees, but Keystone, you are the man. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eder with the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. That was a 4-seamer at 93 miles per hour. Moore was late on it. And there is out number 2. Why did I put Stubbs in the 7 spot? That's odd. Stubbs is batting 6 today. Like all over the place. This is Yohan Rojas. This is a big year for Yohan. He'll show bunt at the first pitch, and he pops it up, of course, and it's a foul ball, and it goes out of play. I said this before. Last year I really wanted the Phillies to try to work with Johan Rojas on bunting during spring training, and he didn't. He only had one bunt attempt in spring training last year, and then the first AB I see here shows bunt. The ball is one strike, and the next pitch he stares at, it's at the knees. It's a slider for strike two. Does Walker Buehler still play for the Phillies? No, he does not. Walker Buehler is not on the Phillies. What team is he on? That's a great question. But he is not on the Phillies. I think he is with the Padres. I think he was picked up along with Castellanos. The ball is two strikes. Here's the 0-2 to Rojas, and he fouls it back over towards the screen. I'm pretty sure he's with the Padres. I could look it up. I'll look it up. The ball's two strikes and the pitch to Rojas, and he's going to foul that one off of his left foot. All right, let's see. Walker Buehler. This is great. So, for those of you that don't know, I just invested in a personalized desktop, and I got it 3-4 weeks ago. Was setting it up. It's pretty much done. 0-2 on the way, and that's a strike three called on the outside corner of the plate. It was a sweeper at 78 miles per hour. That was a nice pitch thrown by Eder. And Rojas goes down looking on strikes. So 1-2-3 go the Phillies. And we're going to go to the third inning. We're tied up 1-1. I'm right. I'm always right, Haley. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. My sister would always tell me when I was really young, she's like, I'm always going to be taller than you, and I'm always right. But yeah, shout out to my sister. Tomorrow is actually her birthday. Went to go see her in Nashville at the end of January. That was definitely something. I was happy that I got to go, but she was out of power though for 10 days, and she was there during that storm. Only got like 3 inches of snow though, but for 10 days she was out of power, and for the last 2 days I was there, that's when everything happened, and so she's still trying to get used to what life is like back with power. But that was definitely something. That was not fun. But I love her. She's great. It's a 1-1 game as we go to the top of the third. Any of you ever been to Nashville? Let me know down below. It's a really cool city. To lead it off, it'll be Loma Vida batting in the 9 spot for the Washington Nationals. 9-1-2 are due up in the batting order. 9 more subs till we get to the 8,300 marker. Let's go. Taijuan Walker, his afternoon is done. This is also a big performance here for Jose Alvarado. Seeing what he can do during spring training. As we are in the top of the third. Loma Vida in the box. Lefty versus righty. Alvarado fires, and the pitch is at the knees for strike one. Couldn't see what the speed was off of that. Michael is here. He says, I'm new to the chat. Thanks so much for being on here, man. The ball is one strike, and the next pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt that swung on and missed. And that is strike two. Once again, we go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. We got the Sixers game tonight. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style, but we also love it. Love it when you guys interact in the chats. 0-2 pitch. That's up high. It was a cutter at 90 miles per hour for ball one. We got the Phillies also tomorrow afternoon after the Sixers game tonight. And then we got the the Sixers on Saturday night. And then Sunday, it'll be Phillies again. Andrew Painter does pitch on Sunday. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado is on the bump for the Phillies. His sinker did reach 95, and his previous one was at 97. 2-2 pitch. There's a 98-mile-per-hour sinker that's above the zone for ball 3. Mystic says, I can't wait to see Kerkering in the regular season. Let's talk about that, actually. That's a really good point. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the 3-2 pitch. And Alvarado gets Loma Vida, the swing and miss of the sinker at 97. It was high cheese, and there's one away in the top of the 3rd. Big things this year for Alvarado. He really needs to have himself a good season now, being the number 1 lefty out of the bullpen. And Orion Kerkering, you know, I'm expecting a big year from him too. I really am hoping that he has a bounce back year. Look, the season did not end the way that he obviously wanted it to, and that's obviously going to be something that he'll remember for the rest of his life. But I think that that'll make him better. The ball is 1 strike. The next pitch to Nunez, and there's a swing and a miss. The one thing that we talked about after Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals with the Philadelphia 76ers and the Toronto Raptors years ago was that with the bounce, the quadruple doink that Kawhi hit, the one thing that I do believe that it did is that I think it made Joel Embiid stronger. You can definitely argue and you can make the case and you can say, well, he hasn't been back. He hasn't been to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I do think that sometimes, as the 1-2 is up high for ball 2, I think that you have to go through adversity in sports in order for you to become better at whatever it is. And that's not even just a sports thing. That's a life thing, too. You know? You have to face some type of adversity in order for you to mature and in order for you to grow. That's really what I'm trying to say. Not saying that he didn't have any maturity, but 2 balls, 2 strikes as the pitch was fouled back. And now Jalen Hurts had to lose the Super Bowl, and then he ended up being a Super Bowl champion. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards the first baseman, Harper. He plays it on a hop, and he'll take it to the bag. And there is out number 2. I hope he does really well this year, too. Yeah, I hear you. I feel bad for Orion. Look, man, I mean, it was, at this point, you know, he has to shrug it off, and I'm sure that he's long past it. I can't imagine like what he had to go through during the off season, but I'm actually excited for him. The pitch to James Wood, and that is outside and low for ball 1. I'm excited to see how he does this year because I feel like he's going to have a lot of vengeance, if you will. He'll have that attack mode, and he'll want to get better. 98 miles per hour sinker that is swung on and missed by James Wood. This guy is really good at baseball and is another exciting player for the Nationals. He's the most exciting player. 1-1 pitch. There's a cutter at 91 that's in the dirt. You think Orion is going to be the 8th inning guy? Or do you see him as a 7th inning type of a guy? 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a sinker at 97. That's fouled away. I guess it really all depends because it's, you know, there's no such thing as a 7th or 8th inning guy anymore because of matchups. 2 balls, 2 strikes to James Wood, and the next pitch is a fastball right down Broad Street. Wood just stares at it all the way, and he's down looking on strikes. The inning is over. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Phillies and Nationals tied at 1 apiece. Surprised they went to that pitch there. Beat them. That's what matters. Okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Is Orion Kerkering an 8th inning guy? All right, so let's finish out this lineup here. Nunez, Wood, Lyle. House Hassel the third. I'm so excited because this year we're going to be doing a lot of really cool things and taking the streaming up to another level. If you guys did not know, we do have a P.O. box. And again, I forgot to copy and paste it. Ah, darn it. Okay. We do have a P.O. box. If you guys do want to send in fan mail, it is posted on our community. Mods, or even if you're a member on here, if you could do me a huge solid and go back to that community post and just copy and paste the P.O. box link, I would really appreciate that. They brought Keller in to be the eighth inning righty, so they probably could move Orion down to the seventh. You know, that's a very good point, and for some reason I had a brain fart about that, but obviously that is what they did bring in Keller to do, so you're right. It's been a day, man. It has been a day so far, but yes, that's a very, very good point. 6 more subs! So we get to the 8,300 marker. Nori is coming on up to bat. Dante Nori for the Philadelphia Phillies, batting in the 8th spot this afternoon. On the mound is going to be Varland. Nationals obviously want to take a look at him. And it's a good afternoon to do so. That's Gus Varland, 29 years old, from Maplewood, Minnesota. Pitch on the way, and there's a line drive hit out over towards the left field wall, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall. It'll be played on the hop by the left fielder. The throw to second base to get Nori is not in time, and there is a leadoff opposite field double by Nori. Got a good cut on that pitch over towards the outside corner of the plate. Yes, P.O. Box 6 gives... Yes, you are the best. Thank you so much, Eric. And PJ as well. You guys are awesome. All right, Hediger is coming on up to the plate, and he takes a strike at the knees. And so the count is 0-1. Orion's stuff is high leverage, but he's not there yet mentally. Hopefully he gets there this year, says Batman. I agree. No balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch is a fastball in the dirt. And nearly got away from the catcher, Adams. But it's 1-1. Bryson Stott hit an opposite field home run to tie things up in the bottom of the first for the Phillies. Taijuan Walker pitched 2 innings. He did give up an earned run in the first. It was an RBI infield single by Brady House. Next pitch is up high for ball 2. My man, Anthony's here. What's going on, Anthony? How you doing, man? 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That 95-mile-per-hour heater was outside. Turner, who did not play yesterday, is in the on-deck circle. 2-2 is the count to Hediger. Varland, last time he played was in 2024 in the majors. Had a 3.42 ERA. 2-2 pitch. That's inside and taken for ball 3. Anthony, I missed you, man. So happy to see you back on here. We haven't gone anywhere. We've still been doing the Sixers, still have been doing the Eagles. But, of course, we're back for Phillies baseball, too. 3-2 pitch to Hediger. He gets a nice little cut at it and stays alive. Again, my apologies if the scoreboard is a little bit in front of us today. We're watching it on the iPad because the game is on MLB.com. It's not on cable. Anthony, thanks so much for the membership, man. The 3-2 pitch. And there's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep right field. And that ball is gone. Hediger kept it fair. And so it's a 2-run home run. And the Phillies are able to take a 3-1 lead. Turner is coming up to the plate. Hediger took that thing for a ride. And there we go, 3-1, Philadelphia. A fastball down the middle. Again, sometimes these camera angles, you can't obviously tell when it's on MLB.com. But he kept it fair, did an awesome job. And so it's 3-1, Philadelphia. Now it's Trey Turner who's up to bat, and he looks at ball 1. That was awesome. Nice swing. 1-0 pitch to Trey, and that is way inside for ball 2. Just renewed my membership. Excited for the season, says Anthony. Me too. Me too. It's going to be a big year. Again, we got World Baseball Classic. We got March Madness. We got the Sixers. We got the Phillies. A lot of cool stuff. 2-0 pitch to Turner. That's down for ball 3. So Varland just cannot find the strike zone. 3-0 pitch to Trey Turner. And he fires a fastball down Broad Street for strike 1. Phillies lead 3-1. The Blue Jays are up 5-0 against the Marlins in the bottom of the second. You got the Astros up 1-0 in the bottom of the third against the Cardinals. 3-1 pitch. Another foul ball. I think this game will end 5-2, says Mystic Exploit. 5-2. That sounds good. See, it all depends on who pitches for me or who pitches for the Phillies. Not for me. I don't own the team. That'd be kind of cool. 3-2 pitch to Turner, and he guesses after a slider that was not even close to the zone. And there's out number 1. Turner down on strikes. I don't know what he was guessing at there. He was ahead in the count 3-0. Bottom of the third, it's Bryson Stott. Takes a fastball just a hair downstairs. Count is 1-0. Who should be batting leadoff for the Phillies? Opening day roster is made today, if it was made today. Who's batting leadoff for the Phillies? 2 balls, no strikes to Bryson Stott. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is down and in for ball 3. You know what sounds crazy? I'm going to say this. I think Kyle Schwarber should be back in the leadoff spot. Hot take. Hot take, baby. 3-0 pitch. That is down for ball 4. Just wanted to stir up the conversation. You know, I had to troll. I'm sorry. I had to troll. That man says Trey. Haley says Trey. I'm going with Schwarby. So bottom of the third, Bryce Harper is coming on up to the plate. We have a timeout taken on the mound here. I'd love for the season to start with a leadoff Schwarbomb, says Mystic Exploit. That is interesting too. That would be wild. But it wouldn't start technically with a Schwarbomb because they'd be at home. Love the idea of leadoff power, but speed is ultimately better. No, I honestly do agree. I do. I just wanted to be that guy because that was like for years, ever since Kyle came here, the conversation about him in the leadoff spot was like literally discussing Coke or Pepsi because everybody was so divided on it. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third, Bryce Harper is in the box. He takes a pitch down for ball 1. Here's the Philly fanatic trying to get the crowd going. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Harper. That's down for ball 2. Honestly, wouldn't be mad at Schwarber leading off again. It worked fine, but Trey is so good on the bases. What about Crawford? 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. That's a changeup that misses down for ball 3. What about Justin Crawford? I don't think it would happen, but if Justin Crawford was announced as the leadoff hitter on opening day, would you be opposed to that? 3-0 pitch. There's a swing and a foul ball. I think it's interesting getting new blood up at the top of the order. I wouldn't mind it. It's a lot of pressure, though. I agree with that. 3-1 to Harper, and he drills this one out over towards right field, and that's going to hit off the Budweiser sign, and it's actually going to get stuck into the ground, and that is a ground rule double. And so the Phillies take a 4-1 lead. Bryce Harper getting on with a ground rule double out to right field and extends the lead to 3 runs for Philadelphia. Tell you what, Varland is getting crushed here. Nice hit by Bryce. I don't care where he bats as long as he never wears a left field glove, says Haley, as far as Schwarber goes. Here is Brian De La Cruz. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. The pitch to Brian, and that's a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Don't worry, once we get our music back up and running, we're going to have all the sound effects up and going on the stream deck. Just haven't had a chance to put it on there just yet. The 0-1 to Brian De La Cruz. That's inside and high for a ball. If he hits well in spring training, I'd be interested, as far as Crawford goes, could let you bat Schwarber cleanup. That's the other thing, too. Crawford in the leadoff spot, if he hits well, why not? Why not? Let me know what your thoughts are about that. If Crawford has a good spring training, would you be interested in having him bat leadoff on opening day against the Rangers? 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. Or do you think that that's too premature? The pitch. That's a foul ball. We're not saying that he's not going to bat leadoff during the season. We're just saying on opening day. Would you be opposed if Crawford is hitting well in spring training? Do you think that he deserves to be the leadoff hitter? One-two pitch to De La Cruz, and that's a foul ball. You could go Crawford, Trey, Harper, Schwarber. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. You could also go Crawford, Trey, Schwarber, Harper. And then the Garcia in the 5. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the shortstop, and the throw on over to first base. That was a nice play. And there's out number 2. So a grounder over to shortstop, and De La Cruz is retired. Harper does advance over to third base. 2 gone. That's De La Cruz. And so Varland, that's going to end his day. So Varland goes just 2/3 of an inning, allows 3 runs, still responsible for Bryce Harper over at third. And the Nationals have a new pitcher coming on in. 6 more subs till we get to the 8,300 marker. Crawford, Harper, Trey, and Schwarber. I don't necessarily like Harper batting in the 2 spots to start off the season. I know that somebody played with the idea of having Harper lead off, and I'm not as big of a fan about that either. I want Harper's job is to drive in runs, in my opinion. I want Harper to be batting either in the 3 or the 4 spot. Maybe even, if you want to, put him in the 5 spot, but they wouldn't do that. A lineup that would be interesting to me is if Crawford bats leadoff. Again, this is if he has a strong spring training and he makes the opening day roster. And I don't think that they would do this. I would do Crawford, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Bohm, Garcia, JT, and then just go the rest of the way. Whoever it is, Stott, Marsh. I'd do it and put Turner after Harper or Schwartz. Yeah, I hear you. Think that's interesting. Stott, Trey, Harper, and the cleanup and clean up. So you got Bohm batting forces, Joseph. Okay. Yeah, the other thing, too, and I talked about this yesterday, is that if Alec Bohm can give you flashes of what he did during the first half of 2024, I think that that is fine for the 4-hole hitter. I don't necessarily think that it has to be a power hitter. I'd like it to be a power hitter. Ideally, to be completely honest with you, I would really like to separate the lefties and have Harper bat third, or Harper or Schwarber bat third, and then have Garcia bat in the cleanup spot, and then have Harper or Schwarber bat fifth. I would ideally like to separate that, but that also means that Garcia needs to have like a 35 home run type of a season, and he needs to bat like 260, 270, which I don't know if that's realistic for him. I really don't. Schumann is pitching. No balls, one strike to Garrett Stubbs, and he drills a single out to center field. And so Harper will score, and the lead extends 5-1 Philly. Nice. There you go, Stubbs. Attaboy. So Schumann gives up an RBI single. That run is charged to Varland. That's the 4th run that he allowed in the inning. And so Garrett will lead off over at first base. And Moore comes on up. And Schumann fires a pitch that's in the zone for strike one. I love that lineup, man. Yeah, ideally, I think it would be really nice to separate the righties and the lefties, but I just don't think that's going to happen. The 0-1, and that's down for a ball to throw over the second base to get Stubbs. He got him, and the inning is over. Stubbs tried to advance over to second base, gets caught stealing. Nice throw there by Riley Adams. He has a very good arm. And the inning is done. And that means that we're going to go to the 4th inning. Phillies do get 4 runs. Hediger hits a 2-run homer. Harper gets an RBI ground rule double. And Garrett Stubbs gets an RBI single to make it now 5-1 Philly. Let's go. Jason's here. What's up, Jason? How you doing, man? JJ's back. Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere. It's Philly. It's the Phillies that are back. JJ's back for the Phillies for sure, but I haven't gone anywhere. I really have not. Been doing a lot of Sixers stuff. Still got a Sixers game tonight. We're in full prime with that season. And we got World Baseball Classic coming up. And then we got March Madness too. So it's great. Boma's runs of RBI machine. Them runs of man. But yeah, my ideal lineup this year for the Phillies is this. This is what I would really, really love. I would love it if Crawford bats leadoff, Turner bats second, and then I would go Bryce Harper third, Garcia fourth. And again, this is if Garcia and Crawford are having really good years. Garcia fourth, Schwarber fifth. I would go Bohm sixth, JT seventh, Stott eighth, and Marsh ninth. But then again, the problem with that, I mean, I guess that you could also put Sosa in over at second base and have him bat eighth, right? But then if you go back to the top of the lineup, that would potentially be 3 lefties in a row, with Stott in the 8th, Marsh in the 9th, and then Crawford at the 1. Just something to think about. But Tanner Banks is going to pitch for the Phillies. And so he will pitch the top of the 4th. What about the starting rotation? Let's talk a little bit about that. Spring training to October with JJ, man. For some reason, it doesn't tell me when you go live anymore, says Jason. That's really odd. Yeah, make sure that your private notifications are on. If you hit the notification bell icon, there should be a little drop-down window on that, and it should say all notifications. I don't know if it still does that anymore. I should know, because I'm on the platform every day. 0-1 pitch. This ball is sent out over towards deep left field. It's going back towards the track. It's going to hook foul, though, thank goodness. And Lyle is down in the count now, 0-2. I agree with you. Stott leading off would be nice, but they tried that last year, and it killed Stott's hitting. Yeah, it was... It didn't work out. I mean, it actually, for a little bit of time, it was working. And then I think that what ended up happening, just from watching more of Stott in the leadoff spot, I noticed that he got more breaking balls. And for some reason, he just couldn't lay off some of those pitches. It's weird. I need Stott to be back to that 2-strike hitter. 0-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. And so Tanner Banks does record a strikeout here in the top of the 4th. And there's one gone. And that'll bring up Brady House to the plate. So, but yeah, rotation this year. Let's talk a little bit more about that. My ideal start-in rotation for the Philadelphia Phillies. House comes up, and he drills one over towards short. It's played on a bounce, though, and the throw over to first is in time. And there is out number 2. That was an excellent play. Awesome stuff there. That was Trey Turner. My ideal start-in rotation for the Phillies. Okay, I want Sanchez pitching game 1 of the season. But if the regular season ended and the Phillies need like an ultimate starting 5, it would be Wheeler, Sanchez, Luzardo, Nola, and Painter. And then I would also go Taijuan Walker 6th. I still would go to a 6-man rotation because I think that you need rest. 1-0 pitch to Robert Hassel, the third, and the pitch is swung on and missed. That chat was for Joseph. I got you. Still like reading your chats. 2 balls, 1 strike. Be interesting, actually, if YouTube ever had a feature where you could private message somebody on YouTube. Didn't they have that before, chat? Let me know. 2-1. That's a foul ball. That would have been years and years ago. Sosa, Marsh, Bohm as 4, 5, 6. That would be crazy. 2-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? Third base umpire says no. And the count is now full. Again, Tanner Banks is pitching for the Phillies. Last year, he did have a 3.07 ERA. He's now 34 years old. He'll be 35 in October. Next pitch. There's a line drive over the head of Trey Turner out to center field for a base hit, and Robert Hassel, the third, gets on with a 2-out single here in the 4th inning. Banks decided to go with a fastball there, and Hassel had pretty good extension on that swing. Made solid contact. Wasn't looking to hit a home run there. Just wanted to put the ball in play. Two outs. Top of the 4th. Phillies have a 4-run cushion. Andres Chaparro is in the batter's box. Right-handed hitter. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Chaparro. It's popped up and fouled out of play. One ball, 1 strike. Can somebody tell me if Joel Embiid is active for tonight's game? 1-1 pitch to Chaparro, and that's in there for a strike. The throw to second base, and Stott dropped the baseball. I believe that he would have tagged him out. But Hassel is over at second base nonetheless. Let's look again at the replay here. Stubbs did fire a strike. Yeah, he just dropped it. It would have had him right on the left knee. Better to make these mistakes now, I guess. 2-1. Misses outside for ball 3. We saw Taijuan Walker pick off a batter to end, or a base runner, that is, to end the first inning. Still was a very quick move. 3-1 pitch to Chaparro, and there's a high fly ball hit out over towards deep left field, and that is going to go into the seats. And so Chaparro, it's a 2-run home run, and now it's a 5-3 game. Chat's going to be like, thanks, Stott. And that'll bring up Riley Adams to the plate. That was a fastball that just missed its spot. Chaparro was anticipating that it was going to go down the middle and got the barrel on it. Didn't miss a beat. So Banks allows a 2-run home run. That was a big mistake there. And Adams will take a fastball outside for ball 1. John's here in the chat. What's up, John? How you doing? This is aloha, Mr. Joseph and fam. Aloha to you, my friend. What time is it by you? It's like, what, 12:10, right? Oh, sorry, you're 6 hours behind. It's early morning for you. Wow. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. That's in there for a called strike 2. Doug, what's up, Doug? Doug. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 gone, top of the 4th. Banks with the 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards the shortstop. Third baseman cuts him off, though. Throws it over to first, and that is going to do it as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Nationals do get 2 runs back, though, on a 2-run blast by Andres Chaparro. So it's 5-3. Phillies now up by 2. So, yeah, my ideal starting 5 for the Phillies is Wheeler, Sanchez, Luzardo, Nola, and Painter. I got to be honest with you guys, though. I'm a little bit nervous about the starting rotation. The rotation did so well last year, and I'm usually an optimist when it comes to this, but Jesus Luzardo had, I would say he had his best season last year as a Philly. Really. It was his best season of his career. Got over 200 strikeouts. Can he replicate that? I think he can, but how likely is that to be? Do you guys think that he can do it? Do you have a little bit of nervousness with that? Also, Aaron Nola did not have a good year last year. And with the way that the media has been talking about Aaron Nola, a lot of people expect that he's going to have a bounce back year. Does that worry you? Does Zach Wheeler's health worry you? I was listening to Dave Dombrowski on WIP yesterday, and he expects that he's going to be fine. But are there question marks there? What about Andrew Painter? Didn't have a good year last year in AAA. It's getting hit up. Are there question marks about that, in your opinion? When they did not re-sign Ranger Suarez, I knew that they said that Andrew Painter's going to get the call up. And now it's his time. Bottom of the 4th, 5-3 Phillies. And again, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but I'm wondering if you guys have question marks about that as well. Especially for Andrew Painter, because, look, he's a rookie. He's going to hit a wall. It's just going to happen. And he might start off the season strong, but there's growing pains that come with pitching in a full season. Moore is up to bat. Penrod is on the mound. And Moore is going to slice the first pitch that he sees foul. So the Phillies are up 5-3. They're up to bat as well in the bottom of the 4th. Andrew's here. Odin, thanks so much for the membership, my friend. Thank you very, very much. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's outside for a ball. About Luzardo, no No, still a little nervous about Nola and Wheeler, though, says Bam Man. I think that you have a right to have question marks about them. 1-1 pitch. That is called a ball. Just a little bit high. Denver says I saw Dave yesterday. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch, and that is swung on and missed. I love Nola, but he's pitched a lot of innings for this team. I just hope that he isn't gassed, says Doug. It's a fair point. Doesn't have the velocity, doesn't hit 94, 95 like he used to, but he has to paint those corners. 2-2 pitch, and speaking of painting corners, well, Moore looks at a pitch that was at the knees on the outside corner, and he's down looking on strikes. And it's Johan Rojas who comes up. The growth dangling under Bryce's eye worries me, says John. That's what worries you? You think Bryce has a bounce back here? 0-1. Outside and high for ball 1. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised about that too, Bam. I was. The 1-1 to Rojas. It's in the dirt. And taken for ball 2. Folks, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. The more likes we get, the more the YouTube algorithm pushes us, not just for our Phillies coverage, but for our Sixers coverage as well, and for our other things that we cover on this channel too, including World Baseball Classic and March Madness. And the Eagles. 2-1 pitch. That slider is chopped foul over towards the third base side. And if you guys want to send me any sort of fan mail, you most certainly can. The address is play-by-play with JJ, P.O. Box 6, Gibbsboro, New Jersey, 08026. We'll be getting the phone lines back up during the regular season, so we will be taking post-game show phone calls. That'll be cool. And the Discord will be working as well. 2-2 pitch from Penrod. That's up high for ball 3, so Rojas has a full count here. Phillies did put up 4 runs in the third inning. 5-3. 3-2 pitch to Rojas, and he gets a piece of it and stays alive. The guy that's on the mound, his name is Zach Penrod. He's 28 years old, 6 feet 2 inches tall, 210 pounds. He's from Idaho. Two-run lead for the Phillies in the 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. It's hit over towards the shortstop. The pitch was low, and the throw across the diamond is in time. That was an absolute missile that he just fired on over to first base. That is Naheem Nunez. He has a cannon of an arm. Impressive play by him. There's out number 2. 6 more subs, so we get to the 8,300 marker. Let's go. Very nice. Chat, let me know if you guys can see the box scores clearly up here. I've probably asked this about a couple of days in a row, but I know that we have new people that are just tuning on in for the first time. Let me know if you guys can see this. During the regular season, what we're going to do is we're going to have the 3D graphic up. Again, I just got myself a customized PC for this year because we're going to be doing a lot of games. I couldn't do that on the laptop. But the 3D representation is going to definitely give you more of a simulation of what's going on the field, and that'll be so cool. 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. Still obviously going to do a radio type of a play-by-play because there's people that still don't watch that just like to have us on in the background. But you'll still be able to see it. You can actually judge me, too. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can be like, JJ, you got the wrong call there. So I'll be having more eyeballs on me that way. Did they keep that kid that threw away last year? What kid? 1-2 pitch. That is down in the way for ball 2. Did they keep the kid that threw away last year? Oh, Orion Kirkering? Oh, he's still on the team. He's still on the team. Orion Kirkering. Sorry, it took me a second, and I was like, wait, how could you forget that? That was the last play that ended the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And again, apologies about this being a little bit ahead. Nothing I can do about that. 2-2 pitch, and there's a check swing ground ball hit over towards the first baseman. The throw over to first will be in plenty of time, and the inning is over. We're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. Phillies still up 5-3 against the Nationals. I think Bryce came back too early, says Doug. Came back too early last year, and honestly, did he really have an off season? You figure he doesn't have a month injured. He at least gets 30 homers and another 15 or 20 RBI. Now, that is also an interesting point, too, because I also... Look, when you come back from an injury like that, you don't really have a spring training, right? I mean, he did get to rehab a little bit, but it's different when you don't... When you start off the season, so I think that the Mets are going to have this problem this year with Francisco Lindor. Lindor is expected to come back for opening day, but he doesn't get a spring training. So, and obviously, yes, he gets paid a lot of money, and he has to show up. I'm not saying that at all. Same thing with Bryce Harper. But it's a little bit of a different type of a game when you don't go through the drills during spring training. You don't play in the exhibition games. That definitely does make a difference. In baseball, you really need to try to find a way to catch a rhythm. And it's so hard when you're just sort of throwing yourself into the fire just to, come back from an injury like that. So I do agree. But also, expectations are expectations, too. Am I talking out of both sides of my mouth? I don't really think so. But those are my thoughts about it. But I do think he came back early. They needed them, regardless of whether they needed them to come back early or not. But yeah. The scar on my heart from that dagger still hurts, says John. It's going to sting. It's going to sting for a little bit of time. It still stings with me, too. Jonathan Boland's pitching for the Phillies. I remember when he was a Blue Rock when I was in college. How about that? Jonathan Boland. The pitch. It's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. And so Rojas is there. He'll make the catch. There's one out. Boland is now the 4th pitcher that the Phillies have gone to today. He's now 29 years old. He was a Blue Rock. Wait, what was that? Back in 2017? 2018? He was what? He was 21 at the time. Gosh, I feel old. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. The catch will be made by Brian De La Cruz, and there's out number 2. I do expect Orion, though, to have a bounce back here. He's talked about it a couple of times during interviews, saying that he has shrugged it off and he's worked past it, and it took him a little bit of time, obviously. It's terrible. But I have optimism that he'll have a good year. And again, it's just optimism. 1-0 pitch. Boland throws a slider that catches the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. One ball, one strike. Are you in the baseball cards? I just pulled a Topps 2026 Ohtani All Kings card. I like taking baseball cards. I like collecting them. I'm not really a collector per se, but I do have an appreciation for them. I do. And I might get into collecting more. I did go to a baseball card show a couple of months ago, which was cool, and I got some cool stuff there. 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And so we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Naheem Nunez strikes out. Jonathan Bolin is able to get himself a 1-2-3 inning. And so, bottom of the 5th coming up. Phillies up by 2 runs. Nice job by Bolin. It's a good debut for him. He looked good. I really liked how he was able to locate his off-speed stuff. He painted the corners very well. Maybe he makes the roster. Again, we're in February. We're like less than a month away from opening day. But hopefully, that's another guy to look for as to who the Phillies get for the, back end of that bullpen. Philly Card Show is March 6th to 8th in Oaks, PA. Says Keystone. Is it? It's in Oaks, PA? Huh. I need a few Schwarbombs and to see Rob argue with an ump and get thrown out, and then I'll feel better, says John. Yeah, I need a... I'm happy that you bring this up, man, because this year, again, obviously we're going to be covering the games any way that you look at it, and we're going to have a fun time with chat. It's a laid-back type of a thing, but with regards to expectations, okay, the number one thing that we have to see this team do is get back to the World Series. We have to see them get back. They can do whatever they can during the regular season. And again, I'm going to enjoy the ride. We'll go through the 162 like we always do. The highs will come, the lows will come, and we'll be riding that roller coaster. But they have got. And again, I know that the Dodgers are the Dodgers. This team still has expectations, though. And I think that I'm still going to say that expectation for me is to get back to the Fall Classic. I'm not holding down just because the Dodgers are freaking amazing. I'm not backing down on my statement. 1 ball, no strikes to Hediger. There's a cutter that was taken inside. But as far as attitude goes, I need to see a lot from Rob. I need to see Kevin Long make adjustments with the hitting. I need Adolis Garcia this year. Whether it's right or wrong, he should have expectations. Same thing with Justin Crawford. Same thing with Andrew Painter. The organization did this. They caused the fans to feel this way. So if they believe that Justin Crawford is now the guy, and they didn't bring back Bader, whether it's fair or not, they have to produce. And it's tough. We get to see what they're actually made of. I need grit. That's what I need. Glad to be here for another season with Play-by-Play with JJ. Didn't say season, but I figured he meant season. What's going on, WYA Dog? How are you? Hediger, who had a 2-run homer his last time up, is ahead in the count 3-0. The stretch and the pitch, and that is up high for ball 4. So, a leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. That's good. The guy that's on the mound, that's Bryce Montes de Oca, who's from Lawrence, Kansas. Hasn't pitched in the majors since 2022. Trying to see if he can make a spot. Throws a cutter at 92 to Trey Turner. And it's taken for ball 1. Turner's in the box. He's 0 for 1 today. Walked his last time up. Struck out his last time up. It's 2-0. He was actually ahead in the count 3-0 in that count. And then he struck out. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. That's a slider in the zone for strike 1. My best baseball card, says Colton, is a 2021 through the years Shohei Ohtani. That's cool. JJ, you doing the Sixers game tonight? Yes, I am. Make sure that you guys tune into that. 3-0 pitch, way inside for ball 4. So Turner gets on with a walk, and that is going to put runners on at first and second base. So it's a 4-pitch at bat to Trey Turner. Stopping over at second base is Ripperger. And here comes Bryson Stott, who had an opposite field solo home run in the first inning. The pitch, it's outside for ball 1. They got to get over the NLDS hump. I think that they got to at least get back to the World Series. That's just where my expectation is. 1-0 pitch. It's down for ball 2. So Montes de Oca cannot find the strike zone. Odin, thanks so much for the membership. I appreciate that. Anthony, same thing. 2 balls, no strikes to Stott, and the next pitch is way outside for ball 3. And now it's a 3-ball, no strike count to Bryson Stott. Speaking of grit, I'm cooking that for breakfast. Nice. 3 balls, no strikes to Bryson Stott. Next pitch way outside, and the bases are loaded for Philadelphia in the bottom of the 5th inning. And so the next man to come on up should be Bryce Harper. Hediger, is over at third. Turner's now at second. Stott's over at first. And so 2 straight at-bats where the Phillies have been able to get on with 4-pitch walks. And there's still nobody out, by the way. I would love to see Harper come through here. I don't care if he's facing a guy that, who knows if he's going to make the roster or not. Really want to see Bryce Harper come up big here. It's a big spot for him. All right, come on, Bryce. Let's go. First pitch to Harper, and that was a little bit outside, but Riley Adams is going to challenge this. And so the ABS system, will see what they have to say. We're probably not going to get a review here because, again, it's on MLB.com. It's not on cable. Oh, they are showing the Jumbotron. Okay, that's a strike. They did show the Jumbotron. That was at the knees. The call is going to be overturned, and the count is instead 0-1. Harper did an RBI ground rule double his last time up. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Looks like he got an off-speed pitch there. Just looking to try to whack that thing out of here. Come on, Bryce. Let's go. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 to Harper lays that one off. I have expectations now, says John. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. The pitch to Harper. And there's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards left field. It's going back towards the track. It'll stay in the yard. But the runner from third will tag up and will come on in to score. And that's a sacrifice fly by Bryce Harper. We'll take it. It's now 6-3, Philadelphia. Got it just off the end of the bat, and it stayed in the yard. Thought maybe there was a chance that that thing could blow out, but it was a productive at-bat. And so it's now 6-3 Phillies, and Brian De La Cruz comes on up. That's Harper's 2nd RBI of the day. Let's go. Here's De La Cruz. And he'll take a strike at the knees. I'll take it. Darn, I thought for sure that ball was going to go for a trip. 0-1 pitch to De La Cruz. That's inside for ball 1. That wasn't the result that I wanted, but I will still take it. Especially because he was down in the count 0-2. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That's the thing about this ABS thing as well, because the hitter's approach changes. And so does the pitcher's approach too. When the count is 0-1, or if it's 1-0. Doesn't matter what the count is. Mindset changes. 1-2 pitch. It's a foul ball, drilled over towards the third base side. Our famous warning trap power. Big shout out to the chat today. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We'll do a lot of baseball this year. We're bringing back Diamond Zone. That's cool. Got our post-game shows that we'll be doing. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? De La Cruz says, or De La Cruz doesn't say. The count is 2-2. He did not go. First base umpire said no. That was Vic Carup. That's Sean Barber. It's 73 degrees out in Clearwater, in case you're wondering. 2-2 pitch. And the count is now full. Brian today grounded into a 4-3 double play. And also grounded out to short in his second at-bat. He'll call for time here. 6 more subscribers till we get to the 8,300 marker. Let's go. Let's get there today. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. The payoff pitch. And De La Cruz gets a piece of it again. And it's fouled off. JJ, did you hear that they won't have the strike zone showing during the broadcast anymore to avoid cheating by teams? That doesn't surprise me, Denbrew. It really doesn't. For us, though, it's a little bit annoying. But I thought I heard something about that. 3-2 pitch, a slider that swung on and missed. De La Cruz took a hack at it. That thing went on into the dirt. It was just a nasty pitch just to begin from the release from Montes de Oca. It was a good pitch, but there's out number 2. And so Montes de Oca is going to come on out of the game, and Stubbs will come on up to the bat. But before that occurs, we have a new pitcher coming on in. Cheating also because they can look at the iPad and they can see the game on the cast in real time. I feel I have a good eye for the strike zone anyway, says Denbrew. Doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. And also people that are into betting and that type of stuff, it's probably why that they're doing it. That they got rid of it. So I'm not surprised. 5 more subs. Let's go, baby. Let's bleeping go. If you are new to my channel here, let's go to the monologue screen for a second. If you are new to my channel, hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome on into Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. We got Diamond Zone coming back this year for baseball. We got the World Baseball Classic coming on up in next week. Next week is when the World Baseball Classic starts. I got to get my Fox Sports subscription. I got to do that. But yes, it's really awesome stuff. And make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to follow me on the social media platforms, you most certainly can. The link tree will be posted down below in just a few moments. It's also actually in my description as well, so you can go check it out on there. So that's cool. And again, spread the word. Tell your friends, tell your family members about this. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up this year, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. You might not even be able to see it on my face. I might not bring like the most like high energy, and I might be a little bit old school, but I still think that as far as streaming goes, it's not bad. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. But yeah, give it a chance. The pitch to Stubbs He gets a pitch that's in the dirt, swung on and missed. The runners are going to advance, though, to second and third as the ball gets past Riley Adams. So Turner's now over at third. And then we got over at second base, Bryson Stott. 2 runners in scoring position. The guy that's pitching is Eric Tolman, 26 years old from Irvine, California. 0-1 the Stubbs. There's a ground ball hit over towards the shortstop. Played him perfectly, and the throw to first is in time. And that's now 5 innings in the books for the Philadelphia Phillies. We're going to go to the 6th inning. Phillies have a 3-run cushion. 6-3. Let's go. You lost me. How does Pitch Tracks predict the future, says John. It doesn't predict the future. How do I put this? I don't really know how to put it. My mind just went blank for a second. We're talking about pitch tracks, right? Pitch tracks being shown on the screen. Oh, man. My mind just blanked out. It's bad. I did say that as far as betting goes, there would be problems with it, but I guess when I really do think about it, doesn't really predict anything. I mean, if you want to go to probabilities based off of like StatCast and all that type of stuff, then whatever, but yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it actually has anything to do with betting, unless somebody wants to explain it to me. So I apologize for that statement. I was thinking to myself, wait, how does that actually have to do with betting? It doesn't. I can't even think of a reason why it would, as far as pitch track goes. Maybe stealing signs? I don't know. Not stealing signs. Stealing pitches, tipping pitches, that type of a thing. I really don't know. I actually don't know. So, I apologize for that. Yeah. Eagles are keeping A.J. Brown. That's good. Hopefully he produces this year. Hopefully he has a good year. I wanted them to keep Dallas Goedert, personally. Now they're going to have to look for a tight end. So it tells me that Goddard's not coming back. Top of the 6th. James Wood was supposed to come up to the plate, but instead it's going to be Peterson, who is up to bat instead. The pitch. There's a ground ball. This one's hit over towards the third baseman. The throw over to first is in time, and there's out number 1. Yeah, that doesn't really have anything to do with sports betting. Did they not think about maybe a slight delay to broadcast so they could display the pitches at the moment without fear of cheating stuff? I don't know. I have no clue. Been away for a month. Who's hot so far this spring? 1 out and a pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. So far, spring training, Justin Crawford's been pretty good. He's been getting off to a good start. Alvarado did okay today. The ball is 1 strike, and here's the next pitch, and that's another foul ball. Harper's had himself an all right day. Otto Kemp hit a homer yesterday. That was nice to see. Rincones, haven't seen him play yet. Same thing with Aiden Miller. Have not seen Aiden Miller play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 6th. Phillies are up 6-3. Next pitch. That's way up high for ball 2. Let's go. What's up, Ray? How you doing, man? 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards the right side. Second baseman has it, throws it over to first, and that's in time for out number 2. The change ensures that players in the dugout cannot use the TV broadcast to gain an advantage, such as seeing if a pitch was actually a strike before deciding to challenge the pitch. And that's in there first. That's swung on a miss. So then why not just get rid of the TVs in the dugout? I don't know. The ABS challenge system, while the box remains, it won't feature filled/hollowed out circles to avoid tipping off teams during challenges. I figured it had to do with some sort of a thing when it came to tipping pitches. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. But, that's interesting. Was that posted on MLB's website? 0-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. Actually got a piece of it. Stays alive. Stubbs dropped it. Damn it. Oh, and 2 is the count. 2 away, top of the 6th. Next pitch, and that's a foul ball. Hit back over towards the screen. Ugh. Yay. Phillies up 6-3. Guy that's batting is Wallace for the Nationals, and he grounds one over towards the second baseman. Sliding stop, throw over to first. Nice play. And that is going to end the inning, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Excellent play over at second base. That was Arun Escobar, who came on in for Bryson Stott. Heard a lot about Arun last year. Definitely had some pop in the bat. Hopefully he is a good spring training. I'm excited to watch him. Okay. I'm just confused how they can relay the broadcast quick enough to a catcher or batter to have them challenge. How they can relay the broadcast quick enough to a catcher or batter to have them challenge. Yeah, there has to be some sort of AI or some sort of technology that they have for that. I expect that that's not cheap. But that's a good question too. It is. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the bell icons too. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We are now 3 subscribers away from getting to the 8,300 marker. So hit that thumbs up button. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football as well. No spoilers in the chat. Just come on here, have fun. Again, more of like an old school radio play-by-play style is what we do. But we love when you guys talk here in the chat and engage with us. It's cool. I love the community that we have. And I mean it. Basically, we live in an era where cheating is celebrated as a win. I'd rather lose than have a dirty win, says John. Yeah, I do too. That's an interesting point. I'd rather win the right way than do it the wrong way and have an advantage that is not that is illegal. This is DeMartini. Carson DeMartini, who is up to bat. The pitch. There's a ground ball. This one's hit over towards the shortstop. The throw on over to first base is in time. And there's out number 1. So the Phillies, of course, have made their changes. Peguero's over at short. Escobar's at second. And then over at first base, it's Felix Reyes from the Dominican Republic. And you got Murr out in right field. Paul McIntosh is catching. Patrick Leone's out in center. Carson DeMartini's at third. Norrie's still in left, and Hediger is still DHing. The pitch. It's a McIntosh. There's a swing and a miss. The P.O. Box. If you guys want to send JJ fan mail, me fan mail. I don't know why I keep doing that. If you want to send me fan mail, you most certainly can. The P.O. Box, it's play-by-play with JJ. P.O. Box 6, Gibbsboro, New Jersey, 08026. My mods are the best. They most certainly are. 2 more subs till we get to the 8,300 marker. Let's go. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Phillies up by 3. The pitch to McIntosh, swing and a miss. 8,300's just around the corner. Let's go! I'm all fired up, man. Thought we were going to get there by the end of the month. This is great. The guy that's pitching for the Washington Nationals, that is Lara. Andrew Lara. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nori waits in the on-deck circle. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. And McIntosh takes it way inside for ball 3. Nearly hit him. Doesn't have an elbow guard on, nothing. Here's the payoff pitch on the way. And that's a little bit high for ball 4. McIntosh able to get on base with a 1-out walk in the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's go. Let's go. That my water? No. Left it in the freezer. Gotta get that thing out. Here is Nori. Steps on up for the Phillies. This is Dante Nori. Played yesterday. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Takes a ball. Dante is 21. He's from Toronto. The pitch on the way. And the count is now 2-0. Pitch was a little bit low. Nori was a first-round draft pick by the Phillies. Made his professional debut with the Clearwater Threshers. Ended up batting .240 with 4 stolen bases in 14 games. Was the 27th overall selection of the 2024 draft. 2 balls, no strikes. The next pitch inside for ball 3. The 3-0 pitch to Nori. There's a ground ball hit over towards the shortstop, and the throw over to first is just in time. It was back up the middle. The shortstop made a sliding stop, had to get up very quickly and just fire it over to first. Excellent play there, and that was Jordan over at short. That was an excellent play by Levi Jordan. He's now 30 years old. He just took away a base hit from Nori. That was awesome. Okay, here we go. There's now 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Yo, brother, good to see you back for spring training. Thanks for coming on, my friend. How are you? 1 more sub. Let's go. Let's go. 2 away, bottom of the 6th. It's Rodriguez who is up to bat. Lara on the mound, 12 pitches for him, and the pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is now 0-1. Let's go. Sweet. Thanks for telling me. The ball is 1 strike. The next pitch, that's a line drive foul ball. Capustaster, thanks so much. Thank you for the sub. The ball's 2 strikes. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. The Phillies are up 6-3. Bryson Stott had a solo home run in the bottom of the 1st. He went the opposite way. Tied it up 1-1 at that time. 0-2 pitch to Rodriguez. Did he go? He did not. And the count is 1-2. Also had Bryce Harper with 2 RBI today. He had a sac fly in his last at-bat and also had an RBI ground rule double. Garrett Stubbs had an RBI single as well. And Hediger hit a 2-run home run. That's all the offense today for the Phillies. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch was fouled. Dude, the PC is awesome. I love the PC. Next pitch, ground ball hit over towards the shortstop, and everybody's going to be safe. It was an infield single. Reyes will stop over at third base, and that will put runners on at the corners. If that thing got by Jordan, that would have scored a run. McIntosh, stops by over at third base. No Schwarber. Schwarber was not in the starting lineup today. I assume that he'll be back tomorrow. Every one of the starters played yesterday except for Trey Turner and Bryson Stott. Marsh is still dealing with that hand injury. Peguero is now up to bat. Leover Peguero fouls off the first pitch that he sees right down the middle. But, dude, I love the PC. The CPU is only running at 3.9%. On the laptop, it would be up to like 72. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes. 0-1 pitch. It's down and in for ball 1. This baby is awesome. And again, I'm so excited to see how the 3D animation looks once the regular season starts. It's going to be chef's kiss. 1-1. That's low and away for ball 2. I really wish that they had the 3D animation for the World Baseball Classic, but they're not. They will not. We're also bringing back the vertical streams, too. If you guys want to tune on in on the phone that way, you can. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. And the next pitch is inside for ball 3. And then we got some cool charity streams that we're doing this year. I'm not going to say what they are just yet, but once they're around the corner, we'll definitely let you know. I will give you a lot of notice in advance for that. But we're trying to do some good this year. That's really what I care about. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. I'm also trying to plan on doing some sort of a tailgate this year at the ballpark. I want to try to meet some of you guys in person. I think that would be sick. The 3-2 pitch on the way. That's a line drive hit over towards the third baseman. He bobbles it for a second. Everybody's going to be safe, and a run will score. McIntosh crosses home plate, and now it's 7-3 Philadelphia. And that's the second RBI infield single that the Phillies have had this afternoon. Let's go. That was awesome. That thing was drilled over towards third, and really a tough play there made by Wallace. Here's Arun Escobar. Fouls off the first pitch that he sees. It was a fastball. And so the count is 0-1. I got the mini fridge, yeah. I did. The pitch. This ball's popped up. It's hit out over towards shallow center field. Shortstop will call him off. And the catch will be made. And the side is retired. Phillies are up 7-3. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. Be right back. I will be right back. But I'm going to keep it here. Here, chat. Just so you know, I got the mini fridge. Pulled it out, and look, it's frozen. There you go. Shout out to the parents. So there we go. It's great. It's sick. We're all stacked up. It's a big year, man. We're going all in. That's going to come in super, super clutch. Uncle Billy in Philly. Dude, I love that name. I do. It's such a great name. Our bats are finally waking up, says LP. Yes, they are. Folks, again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons. Oh, I forgot my towel. I forgot that thing has to defrost a little bit. JJ, did you drop a few pounds? Man, it's funny that you say that because I haven't necessarily been eating the best over the last couple of weeks, but somebody actually commented that the other day, and I was like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. And I appreciate that, but I don't usually like to weigh myself like on the scale or stuff, but I do like to work out. I haven't done it though in a couple of weeks, but I'm gonna get back into it though. But I do appreciate that, man. Buzz, you must be making big YouTube money. Nah, man, it's we're just taking. You know what it is, man? Like we're just riding the wave, and we're taking that thing to another level. That's really what it is, you know? We're betting on ourselves, and really trying to make it. The pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards shallow right field. The catch will be made, and there is out number one. Don't have a producer. I have a couple of people that do help me behind the scenes, but it's not, I don't really have a producer. I do a lot of this myself. I really do. It's all a part of the grind. We show up and we just do it. Top of the seventh, Phillies up 7-3. The pitch on the way. This was grounded over towards the shortstop, and the throw on over to first base is in plenty of time. But you guys have no idea how much, and again, this is from the bottom of my heart. This is nothing without you guys. This is what, year three? Year three in the making. It's a big year for us. Huge year. We got the Sixers tonight, too. Again, if you like this old school radio play-by-play style, come check us out for the Sixers. Come check us out for basketball. It's a different type of a call. I know that basketball isn't everybody's forte, but you should definitely come by. No balls, one strike. And 2 outs, and the next pitch is outside for ball 1. I actually do want to give a shout-out, though, to those of you who actually do come on and aren't even basketball fans and just come on and just hit the like button just to do so. That really does mean a lot. Like, even if you just do that, that means more than words. 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards short, and the throw on over to first base is in plenty of time. He didn't even have to move. And so 3 up, 3 down. It's now stretch time out in Clearwater. 7-3 Phillies. Again, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. JJ, what's up, Doc? I can't even do the voice. I can't do the voice. But Dr. DeLay, another guy that does this as well. He does it for the Pirates. He actually did an awesome job calling He did an incredible job with the USA Olympics for both the men's and the women's hockey teams. He did awesome. Definitely, even if you have the time on replay, go check his calls out. He really was incredible. Covers the Steelers, covers the NFL, covers college basketball. He'll be doing March Madness as well. He has a lot of baseball content coming up this year too. And he'll also be doing the World Baseball Classic as well. I hope I covered everything for you, my friend, because I really, again, as much as we love our YouTube community here and we want to grow, another big thing that I do believe in is giving people the love and the support that they deserve. And this guy is a grinder. This guy is a hard worker, and he's super talented. And I know I probably say it a lot to him, but it's really the truth, and I don't lie. Oh man, guys, gotta watch Doc. He does really well. And again, we're not just blowing smoke up his butt. We really, really mean it. There's not a lot of people that do traditional play-by-play on here, and I always 1,000% support the traditional play-by-play people. We love the people that do watch parties too. Like, that's really awesome. But Doc is just as good, if not the best. He is. So drop your link down below. Yes. Drop your link down below, my guy. 7-3 Phillies. Reyes is going to pitch, or is going to come on up to bat. Lara is still pitching for the Nationals. Damn, that stretch felt good. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. That's a foul ball. And it goes back on over towards the screen. The ball is 1 strike. The next pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. Do you guys like the ticker down low? Do you guys think that we should have just a baseball ticker, or should we have a baseball ticker and ones for the other sports too? I do want to get your thoughts about that. The ball is 2 strikes. Again, during the regular season, the setup is going to look a little bit different because, again, we're going to have the 3D model. 0-2 pitch. That's lined over towards first, and that'll be caught for out number 1. Hit sharply by Reyes, just right on the nose over at first base. I can definitely change this color too. I vote just baseball. Okay. More people? What do you guys have to say? I want answers. Should we just have a baseball ticker? Should we have both? Or should we just have one ticker with all 3? The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. That's a foul ball. Again. And the count is 0-2. Carson DeMartini is in the box. And the 0-2 pitch is chopped over towards the right side. And the pitcher, Lara, fields it cleanly and takes it over to the bag for out number 2. Oh, that's awesome play by him. We've seen some really good defense in this game from both sides of the diamond. So we have a new batter coming on up for the Phillies. His right fielder. His name is Austin Murr from St. Paul, Minnesota. He's a left-handed hitter. And he has blue batting gloves, dark blue batting gloves on. The pitch. And that is going to be outside for ball 1. Ticker isn't bad. Do like network run the different sports when it's going on. Okay. 1 ball and no strikes. The next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Was late on the fastball. Murr was on the Tigers back in 2025 and was taken in the Rule 5 draft. Murr did lose his bat on that foul ball. And so it still remains a 1-2 count. He's on LinkedIn. Cool. I just saw he's on LinkedIn. One ball, 2 strikes. Lara gets set. Kicks. fires. And that's a strike 3 called at the knees on the inside corner. We've played 7 frames and go to the 8th inning. Phillies still up by 4 runs against the Washington Nationals. It's now 3:09 p.m. Eastern Time. One more sub, baby. One more sub. Leo says, thicken the skinny baseball only ticker. So you think that baseball should be the only ticker, and you think that it should be thicker. Okay. So let's try this. And again, if you guys have any other thoughts about if we should have a ticker for all the teams, or if it should just be for all the leagues, for basketball, for hockey, and all that, or if it should just be for Major League Baseball, please comment your thoughts about that down below. What I can do is, let's try this. Okay. I want Painter to be that guy, but my gut just isn't feeling it's his Doug. We're going to learn a lot on Sunday. We are going to learn a lot on Sunday, and we will be dissecting probably every single pitch. Literally. That's how crazy I'm probably going to be when I watch Andrew Painter. We'll be looking at a lot on Sunday. The pressure's going to be on. He's going to have a lot of looks at him, without a doubt. But look, if he's throwing gas, if he's throwing 100 miles per hour, and he's locating his pitches really well, it's going to be fun. If it's not, though, then I hear you. I don't know what to expect from Andrew. I don't know. But we'll get our first look at him on Sunday. And I'm so happy that he's pitching on TV, and it's not one of those games that's just going to be, an audio only type of a thing, because you have to see him pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Dallas is on the mound. That's right. 0-2 is the count. Brown in the box. In the pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep left center field, and that is going to stay in the yard. The catch will be made on the warning track by Murr for out number 1. Let's do this. Why isn't this working? Come on. There it is. Okay. There we go. Good. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And here's the pitch. And that is swung on and missed by Loma Vida. Okay, so we could do, first of all, let me know if you guys like this color. Do you like it blue? Do you like the text color blue? See if this works. Does the bottom ticker look better to you? The ball is 2 strikes, 1 out. And the next pitch is down in the way for a ball. JJ is spring training also, yeah. We have to. We have to. Of course. What if we made the text color yellow? See how that looks. It just failed to save. Great. Good stuff. There we go. There's the yellow. I like the bottom blue. Okay. Uncle Billy says no, it's too blue. Let's try this. Let's try this. Again, I know I'm not going to appease everybody. 1 ball, no strikes. Is that better? Blue and red for the Phillies. Okay, we'll do red. See how that looks. One ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is grounded over towards the first base side, and the inning is going to be over. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's now 7-3. I don't like the red as much, to be honest with you. I like the yellow better. We can try the green. Seema says I like the blue. How does the green look? I like the other blue better. All right, and then we'll just put this as baseball. We won't do hockey, none of that. So let's unselect this, unselect this. Won't do any of that. And then I guess we got to make this smaller, don't we? Nah. Where's my ticker? There it is. It's a little bit tough. Let's try. We got to make this like this. Yeah, this is going to have to be up here like that. I see. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So that's how it would have to look if I did it like that. Can I change the ticker? What if... Okay, here's another idea. What if I just have the hotline up here, and then we do that ticker? Where's the other ticker? What if we did this ticker here? We got 8,300, baby. Let's go. That is great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. What if we did this? Let's get rid of this ticker. Where's the other ticker? MLB ticker. Get rid of that guy. Let's do this. I think that's better. I do. 8,300. Thank you all so much, man. I really appreciate that. I kind of like that. It's not terrible. I can play around with it later. All right, we're in the bottom of the 8th. Pedro Leon is coming up to bat. I don't think that's terrible. What if we did? Okay. Bottom of the 8th. McIntosh is up. And he gets on base with a leadoff walk. Or now McIntosh is up. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit confused. I got to pay attention. McIntosh is now up now. We have a runner on over at first base. Baum is pitching for the Nationals. And he throws the first pitch inside. Pedro Leon is over at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a bouncing ball hit over towards the second baseman. The throw over to first is in time. Leon is going to advance on over to second base. So it was somewhat of a productive out. And up next will be Cairo, who's out in left field. He's playing for Dante Nori. Christian Cairo, former Brave. From Bakersfield, California. Thanks again for the 8,300 subs. And don't forget, again, we got the Sixers on tonight. And we do hope that you guys will join us for that. Okay. I thought that was stuck for a second. It was not, though. Let's go. Bottom of the 8th. The ball is 1 strike. We'll play around with it later. The 0-1. It's going to be inside and high for ball 1. Again, folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons too. Did we get to 100 likes yet, by the way? Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button too. More likes we get, the more this spreads the algorithm to other people. And we can get more Phillies fans. We can get more baseball fans on here. That's really what we want to do. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. 7-3 Phillies. Next pitch. And that is down and away for ball 3. For some reason, the other one did not update. That's weird. That's better. 3 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. That'll be inside for ball 4. And that will put runners on at first and second base. Whew. Just got word that Stephen Kolek for the Royals is out with an oblique strain. That's a big loss for them. Don't know how long he's going to be out. They say that he could be sidelined for at least 5 to 7 days, according to ESPN. It's not too long. Anybody doing fantasy baseball this year? Let me know down below. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Phillies lead it by 4. 7-3. Anyone doing fantasy baseball? The pitch to Rodriguez. This ball's grounded over towards short. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. And we're going to go to the 9th inning. Phillies are looking for their 2nd win in a row. And we'll see if they can do that. They need 3 more outs to do so as we go to the 9th inning. Cool stuff. Congrats, man. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Don't know why. What I tend to do sometimes is instead of doing like... Here, let me show you on my monologue screen. Instead of doing like a clap like this... I'll do a clap like where I have like my fist like this, and I just do it like that, just for like a softer clap. I don't know. I guess that my claps are loud. I don't really know, but it's sort of been like a new habit that I've kind of picked up on. Don't know why. I don't. It's weird. It's odd. It's strange. 8301. I'm thinking about it for my channel. Maybe an idea for you too. For what? What's the idea for you? What was the idea? I missed that. I'm all for ideas. But yes, the 3D graphics are going to be cool. Yeah. Excited about that. We got 1 more inning to go. I want to do a collab with you, my friend. I do. I've never done a collab with you on the air. We got to do something. We have to do something. Oh, fantasy baseball. Fantasy baseball. Yeah, see, I lost my train of thought. Fantasy baseball, yeah. Fantasy baseball, we did it last year. If you guys want to do it again this year, maybe we could do it. The pitch. That's inside and low for a ball. So it's 1 ball, no strikes. Peterson is the guy that is on the mound now for the Phillies. Get you more info about him in just a few seconds. 1-0 pitch. It's inside. King is actually on the hill. And Peterson is in the box. Need a rest after this. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is Charles King, 28 years old, from Coppell, Texas. He has Matt Strom-like hair. It's cool. 2-1. That is outside for ball 3. And a little bit low as well. Got a little wrap-up after this. So in case you guys did miss the game, we'll recap some things that were positives. We'll talk about the good and the bad, if there is any bad. 3-1 pitch. There's a line drive back up the middle for a base hit. And King does allow a single to Peterson. And up next will be Brown for the Washington Nationals. It's now 3:24 p.m. Eastern Time. Phone's on 11%. Might want to charge it. I'm not usually the type of guy that charges the phone until it's on like 5%. I'm like one of those guys, usually. Got 89 people rocking with us. You guys are the absolute best. You guys are awesome. 69 of you have hit the thumbs up button. 20 of you have not done so. Make sure that you guys do that. 0-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball. Sunday morning roundtable with JJ, Doc, Birdwatcher, and maybe halftime or Rhino would be nice. That'd be cool. 1-1 pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 2 and inside as well. And that's also going to get away from the catcher. And the runner from first is going to go all the way to third base. Oh, gosh. I mean, I'll tell you that Ford, or excuse me, that was Stubbs or McIntosh who's catching, got a little bit of a slow start to get to that ball. I'd be down for that, Doc. I would be. Oh, by the way, I got to change that now because I had to move that guy up. So let's do that. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch is taken for ball 3. I think that would be sick. The only thing is that when there's the 11 o'clock a.m. games for Sunday morning baseball, then it might be a problem. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This pitcher has got some hair. Dude, we were just talking about how it's like Matt Strom-like type of hair. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 9th inning. King with the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees, and Brown is going to challenge, so don't put the cha-ching in just yet. Let's see what the ABS system has to say. That's a strike, and there's 1 gone in the 9th inning. That was a beautiful fastball. I loved that. Awesome pitch. Okay. Where's my ninja chat? Ugh, my ninja chat. I didn't change it. There it is. Nice. Here's the pitch to Wallace. That's in there for strike. Too pricey. Minute Maid robbed me when I want. No balls, 1 strike. Wallace in the box. King on the hill. King of the hill. Good show. Charles King on the mound. 28 years old. 0-1 pitch. Sliced foul and out of play. And the count is now 0-2. King gets the signs from McIntosh. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out, went to the slider, and that thing just dipped towards the knees. And so there's now 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. He's on fire today. That was disgusting. That slider looked so filthy. Just the way that he released that thing. 2 gone, and now it's Nunez who comes back up. Or Jordan, that is, excuse me. The pitch is in there. It was actually inside for a ball. They said that Nunez was up, but that is an incorrect graphic. That is a Levy Jordan. 1-0 pitch. That's a foul ball. And the count is now 1-1. We got another Phillies game tomorrow afternoon. Make sure that you guys are on for that. Aaron Nola will be taking the mound for the Phillies. That is what I heard yesterday, and I assume that that's still going to be the case. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch, another swing and a miss. And so the throw on over to first base is in time, and the inning and the ball game are both over. So the Phillies do get their second win in a row. And so 7-3 is the final score. They beat the Nationals today. Taijuan Walker did get the start for the Phillies. He pitched 2 innings. The bullpen did a pretty good job. The offense did enough. And the Phillies are able to get their second win. Let's ring that bell. Ring that bell, baby! Nice. All right, good stuff. Okay. My notes for this afternoon of things that I liked and things that I wanted to talk about. First things first, okay? I think that something that stood out to me today that I would really like to start with is Trey Turner. I thought that Turner defensively over at shortstop had a couple of really nice plays. He played there was a line drive that was hit to him. I believe it was in the 3rd inning that he just fielded perfectly. It came right over towards him, and his reaction was perfect to it. Defensively this year, I expect that Trey Turner is going to be just like what he was last year. Not what he was in 2024, where he was just making errors left and right. Last year, Trey was not a terrible defensive player over at short. I thought that he did okay from a defensive perspective last year at the shortstop position. Look, it's not going to be Jimmy Rollins-esque, and that's not what we're going to be asking for. But if Trey can keep balls in the infield, if he can just make good throws over to first base, and if he can just get good speed over towards the ball and not make sloppy mistakes, like forgetting to tag second base, that type of stuff, then I think that that's fine. I think that that'll be really cool. I still have that play where he just forgot to tag second base in the back of my mind. Sometimes I don't know why, but that was just crazy. But yes, I thought that defensively today he did a nice job over at short. Bryson Stott, opposite field home run, got a fastball down the middle and drilled it out the opposite way. This is a guy who doesn't really provide a lot of pop in the bat, but this year, all I really want to see from Bryson Stott is I want him to fight through counts. He didn't really do that a lot. He did it more last year than he did the year before. But if he can just work up the pitch count, if he can work up the at-bats and just try to battle, put up 8 and 9 pitch at-bats, I'm good with it. I also would like to see him get on base more, try to put the ball in play, get on top of the changeups and the off-speed pitches. He has to do a better job hitting against lefties. That's been something that he has really struggled with. But the opposite field home run was nice. He also walked twice. I don't really take much of the walks today because one of them was a 4-pitch at-bat. The other one, I believe, was a 5-pitch at-bat. But he got on base 3 times, and that's what really matters the most. Defensively, he is what he is over at second base. He's a very good defensive player, but good swing by Stott. Good for him to put one into the seats. Bryce Harper today, the fastball that he got in that 3rd inning was nice. He ripped it over towards right field. Also did get himself into a little bit of a hole in that final at-bat. Was down in the count. It was a 1-2 count. I don't know why he swung at the second pitch. That thing was just absolutely not a strike at all. He got certainly fooled on that, but even though he got behind, he did hit one to the warning track and ended up getting himself a sac fly. I thought maybe it had a chance to go. If it was a little bit more windy, it probably would have, but he still had a productive day from an offensive perspective. But again, look, okay, they can do what they do from a day-to-day basis, and this is all that we see, right? So we can't necessarily go for projections and whatnot. We just have to base everything off of what we see. But today was an all right day for Bryce Harper. I'm not telling you that he's going to hit 40 home runs this year and that he's going to bat 300. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. But at least from what I saw today, today was a step in the right direction. I do want to see him go up against really good major league pitchers and see how he does against really good pitching. But from what he did today, I thought was nice. Brian De La Cruz, okay, grounded into a 4-3 double play, got on top of I think it was a slider that he got at that time in the first inning. He got on top of a couple of pitches today. His timing was a little bit off. I don't necessarily know what his role would be. He would probably, I guess, be one of the backup outfielders if he even makes it to the roster. I don't think that he is. It's a little bit tough because I was really high on Brian De La Cruz at the very beginning of his career when he was with the Miami Marlins, but it just hasn't panned out. He really hasn't. This was a guy who really, with the frame that he has, could produce a lot of pop, but just not able to do so, and hasn't been able to figure it out ever since he's been in the majors. So, yeah, we got more of a B squad team today, but it was still, I thought, in some ways very productive. Rojas did something interesting today. He bunted. He showed bunt on the very first pitch, and he popped it up, and it was a foul ball. And then he did strike out looking, and he grounded out over to short. It sucks because we have Johan Rojas, who, like 4 years ago, people were so high on him, his defense, his speed, and we just wanted him to bunt. And this was a guy who I thought had a chance to really try to make an impact, trying to just find ways to get on base. We heard about his fall league action last year and how well he did batting average wise, and last year just took another step back. I don't really know specifically how the Phillies are going to plan on utilizing him this year and what improvements and what adjustments that he's made during the offseason. But it sucks for him, too, because you see the speed, you see what he can do in the outfield when he is not getting into his head. But he just has not been able to put it together at the plate, hasn't been able to get on base, and you can have a lot of speed, but if you're not going to get on base, what value are you bringing to the team? If you're just going to be a pinch runner in the 8th and in the 9th inning, and if you're just going to be a defensive replacement on this team that has Garcia now and Marsh and other guys in the outfield, I think that it's going to be tougher for him. Crawford too, of course. So Rojas does need to step things up in spring training if he wants to at least make a statement and try to make the back end of the bench. But not really happy with how he did today. Again, I know it's only one spring training game, but I want him to succeed. I do. So the pitching today, Alvarado looked good. Alvarado wasn't firing 100. I didn't expect him to do that. He was getting up to 98. I think he started off his first fastball, his first sinker that he threw was at 96. But then he got it up to 98. Got a nice couple of strikeouts to end that third inning. One of them froze the batter on the outside corner, and it was a nice fastball. I think actually the last one that he had, was to James Wood. I'm like literally just thinking about this as I'm going back in time. The fastball that he threw to James Wood was right down the middle, and I was surprised that he went to that pitch, but Wood was not expecting that, and he got him. And that's what matters. Sometimes he planned that pitch. He did. And James Wood was not anticipating that, and that ended up being a very good pitch. He executed, he got the job done, and did fine in the inning of work that he did. He's going to have a big year now that he is probably the highest leverage lefty that they have. You really need Jose Alvarado to have himself a good season, and there's no excuse this year. He needs to be reliable. He needs to be a guy that if somebody has to get out of a jam, can't be afraid to go to him. Tanner Banks today did give up a 2-run home run. It was a little bit unfortunate because Garrett Stubbs had a very good throw over to second base to get the base runner out, but Stott did just drop the baseball. And on the very next pitch, it was a bad pitch by Banks. It was a meatball down the middle of the plate. and the batter was just able to drill it on out of there. But that was a mistake that he did throw, so not the best day. He did strike out a batter, but Tanner Banks also, again, in spring training, just has to be better in this game. Jonathan Bolin looked good. Shugart, I thought, pitched okay. And as far as everybody else goes, they were all right. I will tell you that Charles King pitched very good in the 9th inning. Again, I don't expect him to make the opening day roster, but it was kind of cool to just see some sort of electric pitches that he was throwing. And that's what I really want to see. I want to see guys that are trying to just fight for those final roster spots, trying to just make a statement and go out there and give it everything that they have, because this is their only opportunity to do so. And they're getting a lot of eyeballs on them. I always love it when you see those types of competitors out there, because those are the guys that have chips on their shoulders. Those are the guys that are just, playing for their life, essentially, just trying to get a deal and trying to make the big league club. And I really like to see that. And I'm just hoping that we get more of those types of performances as spring training does come, because there is meaning behind spring training, especially for this year. We still have not seen Nathan Miller yet. We'll get to see Andrew Painter on Sunday. Still have yet to see what Brandon Marsh looks like from spring training. So there's definitely something to look for in that area too. And then we get to see Nola tomorrow, which I'm excited about. How's he going to look? I don't really know. But we'll have to wait and see how things do go with that. And I also expect that the starters are going to be back tomorrow as well. When you look at Schwarber, probably Harper's not going to play. It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't play tomorrow, just because he played yesterday and he also played today. But Schwarber should be back tomorrow. Crawford should be back tomorrow. And I guess JT will be back too, but we'll see. We'll see how things do go. But overall, a positive day, steps in the right direction, and I try to take everything with a grain of salt, especially in spring training, but this is what they're doing right now, and you can only look at the things that have happened and the things that you can see, and that's all you can go by, So that's pretty much all I got. That's all that I have today for the Phillies. But good stuff. Very, very good stuff. All right, that is going to wrap it up for me. I love you guys very, very much. I'm going to get going. I have a Sixers game to do tonight. We'll be on at 7 o'clock p.m. for that. If you guys do like basketball, make sure that you guys check that out. It's a little bit of a different call. And if you don't, I will see you tomorrow. So that'll be really cool. JJ, do you think Mattingly can also be willing to work with Stott also? Yeah. That's another interesting thing, too, because we haven't really talked about Don Mattingly, but from a bench coaching perspective, I do think that he'll make some sort of an impact. I think that the guys in the clubhouse will definitely try to vibe with him a little bit more, and Stott can learn more from him, and maybe that'll be a step in the positive direction as well. To see if he can take his game up to another level. But that's a very good point, my friend. It is. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for me. I will see you guys tonight. And, Lala Tov, everybody. Have yourselves a great rest of your day. Peace out. I'm out.